Welcome to the Worthy Bitch podcast, the place where we discuss all things self-worth so we can stop living life as a victim and start living life on purpose. My name is Autumn. I'm your host and the creatrix of the Worthy Bitch. I am so excited that you have made the decision to embark on your Worthy Bitch journey. Now let's dive into ourselves. Today is my first real day getting back out after being sick for 2 weeks. I went to work at the shop yesterday, but that is different from being out in the world because it is like a role I am playing. I've been noticing a lot of anxiety going through me as I embark into the world after being stuck in bed for a couple of weeks. I'm not sure why really, but it's very interesting to observe. I'm currently sitting at one of my favorite little cafes near my house that I love to come to and work. But today I felt anxious as I finished getting ready to put my shoes on to leave the house. This is something that I have done before, a place I have been to countless times, but for some reason today felt different, like a first all over again. When you isolate yourself for a prolonged period of time, it makes being in public feel like a vulnerable state, because it is honestly a very vulnerable thing, but we just get used to it. I'm not feeling too used to it right now, though. So as I talked myself into leaving my house and getting out of my car, once I finally pulled into the parking lot of the cafe, I felt myself having all sorts of emotions pulsing through my body. Anxiety, fear, uncertainty, vulnerability, cautiousness, curiosity. Honestly, I used to feel this way all of the time. Anytime I was in public, but especially when I was in a place I was known or would be recognized. This is not something that I want to be a part of my life experience anymore. I never have honestly, but now I can feel myself being so done with the feeling small once and for all. I don't want to be a timid person that shies away from things because she is afraid of the other people seeing her. I want to embrace being seen. I have recently begun dressing a lot differently, tapping into my fashion side, figuring out my own style, what I like and don't like, a side of myself I turned away a long time ago, telling myself it wasn't a part of my personality, eventually not allowing myself to take pride in my appearance at all, even shunning myself for looking in the mirror as I shunned the girl looking back at me. That is not a fun place to be in. It is even weirder relearning to let that side of yourself out again. But it has been fun. As I relearn this part of me, I am noticing that I get a lot more attention. The more pride I take in my appearance, the more I feel that old part of myself again. The part of me that didn't want to be seen, that consciously tried to hide in the back of the room and avoid eye contact with everyone. The girl whose worst fear was a class presentation. She's still in there somewhere, and I can feel her when I get all dolled up and go out for my day. She is the one that turned away the fashion side long ago in favor of staying hidden, in favor of staying small. My job now is to support her, to let her know that her job is done and she doesn't have to protect us and hide us anymore. I feel her when I can feel people's eyes on me, when I get bigger, brighter smiles from the people I come into contact with. Image matters. I don't care what anybody says about it. It is your first impression on people. You are often seen before anything else. Might as well make it count as much as possible. I like feeling cute. I like wearing a bomb-ass outfit that I'm proud of that makes me look good. The better I look, the better I feel. The more confidence I embody. This old part of myself is coming to the surface to be healed. I have two options here. I could either let her take over again, give her the reins and hide again, or I could make my peace with her and rise above this old limiting pattern. This is a natural part of life. What matters is how you handle it. Do you decide to shrink back down, or do you want to rise out of the ashes of your old life, your old self, like the phoenix you are? This is why most people remain stuck in the "this is just how I am" mentality. Changing, expanding, transforming is hard. It's scary, and it is so damn worth it. Who wants to wake up every day in the same place they were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Not me. I know that much. In order to wake up differently, you have to do something differently. That is your job in this life. Try new things and constantly weave your life into something amazing. Like crocheting a blanket. Not every stitch is perfect. Sometimes you run out of yarn and have to tie in a new strand. Sometimes you do a different stitch for a little bit before you realize it and then go back to the original one. All of this to say that it eventually turns out as an amazing, beautiful handmade blanket that you are proud of and keeps you warm. This is the paradox of life. Accept all the bumps along the way as the weaving of a magnificent blanket. I want to learn to be comfortable with lots of eyes on me. I don't want to stumble over my words when I can feel that someone finds me attractive. I want to handle it with grace and ease as a part of my normal life, to use it to my advantage, to make an impact on this planet in a positive light. I want to feel at home in this place and embrace the interest I receive from others as my divine birthright. I am an interesting bitch that has been living below her potential for far too long. I want to feel that confidence of the woman who knows she is worthy of every fucking good, amazing, incredible thing that this planet has to offer. It is my job to learn how to embrace this life, to stop living with one foot out, to finally tap into my true potential and start living the life I am meant to be, to create it unapologetically. Last night, while I was falling asleep, I began meditating on and dreaming about the life I am currently creating, allowing myself to get all excited and turned on by it. So I will just share it here. I just applied to a place in Buckhead called the Garden Room. It is a restaurant in the St. Regis Hotel that is straight out of Alice in Wonderland. This place is so dreamy. It is a place of prestige. Celebrities dine here. It is something that is unique and special, and it better be for the 2-month-long waiting list to get a reservation. I am so excited to work here. I have already decided that I am working here and began studying the menu last night, as well as researching everything I could about this place. I am obsessed. Not necessarily to be serving again, but definitely to be in a place like this that I dream about and plan to frequent in the very near future as a patron of honor. I plan to go there as a part of their brunch club with my Sex and the City style friends. I already made a spot for them, and now I'm calling them in. There are 4 of us, and we go like this: fashion, fitness, food, fun. I am the food, and my bitches be the rest. We are all wildly driven, focused, and successful. We trust each other completely and would never do anything to jeopardize our friendship dynamic. We go on girls' trips to Mexico and do photo shoots in high fashion as well as silly or swim ones. I have dreamt of this friendship for as long as I can remember, and I am beyond ready for them to finally come to me. Fabulous women. Just fabulous we are. I want to be so proud of myself, living authentically, unapologetically, in love with life. I also realized recently that I am, and have been, living with one foot out. Like, never fully committed, never fully there, always fully disappointed because of my lack of there-ness. If you have heard my story before, then you are familiar with the fact that I have never been fully thrilled with this life, or this whole existing thing. I have always found it quite pointless and painfully unnecessary. That doesn't do well to serve me in this life, does it? I have found myself both irritated and liberated by the temporariness of life on this planet. Like, what are we all here for anyways? Plus, life is beyond precious and cherish every moment of it because it is fleeting kind of feel. I don't know if it is some kind of human thing or not, but I will one day be in tears over how much I hate being alive, and then the very next day be in tears over how beautiful life is and how I want to hold every moment like it is my last breath. Crazy, I know. One day upset with myself for being miserable about life, and then the next day upset that I even cared about it at all. But what it teaches me even more is that everything is even more temporary than we realize. Everything is over as soon as it starts, if you really think about it. You can truly never get a single moment back, no matter how hard you try. This is why you feel so emotional looking at photographs. So wrapping this up, during my illness over the past 10 to 14 days, after I stopped being in denial over the fact that I was sick, I would envision the parts of myself that are no longer serving me dying away, like literally dying and becoming rich, soft soil for me to continue to grow from. This was very easy since I felt as though part of me was literally physically dying anyway. Now, as I am recovering and diving back into the world, I am testing my waters. As I envisioned the parts of me dying away, I would see things like timidness, shyness, insecurity, fear, anxiety, holding myself back, counting myself out, self-hatred, being overly critical, paralyzing perfectionism, fear that when I make it, then I will lose it all or people will take it, imposter syndrome and feeling like a fraud, unworthiness, unrealistic limitations, glass ceilings, times in the past that I view as failures, things that didn't work out the way that I wanted. I think you get the idea. I envisioned those things being cleared out and making space for the things that I want to call in to replace those things that were protecting me in my past but are holding me back now. Those are things like self-love, confidence, security, worthiness, trust, drive, vision, determination, don't quit attitude. I am here for a purpose. I am divinity. I'm a boss-ass bitch. Rich as fuck vibes. I can do, be, go, and say what I feel to be true for me. Everything is divine guidance. I am perfect and getting better every second of the day. I have more positive energy than I have ever had before. I am getting more and more fit each day. I am becoming more and more in touch with my own style each day. I am unapologetically me every day, however I feel called to show up. Unconditional love for myself and others, healthy boundaries, amazing, desirable new experiences, money, money, money. Now I focus on being the me-iest me I can be. What do I like or not like? Where do I want to go? How do I want to spend my time? Who do I want to be around? What do I do in my spare time? Where do I live, etc.? This is weird at first, but now it is getting easier. The new me wants to allow myself to be seen and embrace that feeling. Enjoy new experiences and embrace the fear of the unknown. Confidence in who I am, what I am doing, and how I am doing it. Unconditional love for myself and my life. Divine guidance, trust that I am always on the right path. Putting myself first and going after my dreams and goals unapologetically. Connecting on a deeper level with those I come into contact with without the feelings of uncomfortability. All the way in on life, both feet in, fully here while I am here, creating the beautifully magical life that I want to be mine. All the sparkle and shine that I think life should be. Beautiful clothes, beautiful people, wonderful food, amazing views, incredible places, all of the things. The longer I sit in this energy, the more natural it becomes. The more consistently I sit in this energy, the more natural it becomes. I know that I came here for amazing things. I know that my wild desires to be rich as fuck and live a life that most people, including me currently, only dream about and live vicariously through others online and on television. Mark my words, I will retire on my yacht. I will be rich as fuck with a life that feels and seems impossibly perfect. I will create this as my reality. I embrace this energy now. I embody this energy now. I allow myself to be this person. I am here. Always have been. Just gotta let her out to play and lead.
And if you loved this episode, don't forget to subscribe and rate and share with a friend who needs to hear it. Also, I would love if you could leave me a review on iTunes and take a screenshot and email it over to me at theworthybitch@gmail.com. That's theworthybtch at gmail.com. Link is in the show notes, and I will send you a free gift of my 30 affirmations for the doshas that will assist you in your practice to find balance. And as always, I thank you so much for taking this time today to show up for yourself and do the work. Keep living life on purpose, my worthy bitches.